Hello, I'm Kalandra Thomas, your business coach and HR consultant with Beyond Business Consulting and Solutions, LLC. Today, I would like to talk to you about an article I read in the HR magazine. It's in the spring edition, so if you're interested in HR information, it's a really good read. I really recommend it. It's basically about, well, the title of it is Should Employers Require Workers to Take Time Off? And it's wonderfully written. It's split up into two sections. One is for required time off, and the other one is against it. Jeffrey Oliver, he's written his article based on him believing, yes, companies should require employees to take time off. Whereas Sharon Whitaker, she's written her article voicing her opinion about no, employers should not require employees to take time off. Well, I won't go into deep detail into the statistics and the research and everything involved in each one of them, but I will go over and voice my opinion about it. Jeffrey Oliver, he said, yes, employers should require workers to take time off. And he had wonderful points. He said that it shows employees that employers really care about them. It helps with employees getting burnt out on the job. It helps the company's bottom line and things like that. But what really stuck out to me was the fact that every company is different as to how they handle their PTO or paid time off. Some companies have a policy of if you don't use it, you lose it. Meaning if you don't use your time off during that year or a certain period of time, you lose it. It doesn't roll over to the next year, so you either lose all of it or some of it. And other companies have in their policy where if you don't use your paid time off and vacation and things like that, it can roll over and continue to roll over and roll over. So with that being said, if you work for a company that goes by the use it or lose it policy, if you don't use it, when you get ready to leave the company, whereas you go to another job or you retire, you lose it. You don't get it in pay. You don't get a big check at the end of your employment there for your time off. So you basically lost it. So it's kind of like, well, I should have taken that vacation. Whereas other companies, if they have in their policy, if your paid time off rolled over, and at the end of your employment, whether it being you left for another job or retirement, you get that paid time off in a payment or check. You get that money. So if you work for a company that don't have a policy where you get a payment, you lose it. So that is another reason why you should take your time off. And that's why Jeffrey Oliver is stating that companies should require it, because let's be honest, you have employees that just go to work. They don't know any other way. They don't want to take the time off. They feel like they have to be there, especially during a time, or if you work for a company that has a big layoff rate, where they lay off employees in there. And sometimes employees are afraid, if I take this time off, they might see that my job isn't needed or somebody else can do my job. And they're afraid to take time off. And then you have some, like someone I work with before, I'm not taking time off because I don't have anywhere to go. So you have those type of employees. So he had a very good point as to why employees should require employees to take time off. So now let's look at Sharon Whitaker's point of view. She had a very good point of view as well. She states employees want more autonomy at work, not less. So basically what she's saying is employees want a little bit more freedom, happy work environment, things as simple as decorating their office or their workspace that makes them feel better. She's pointed out some studies that were done showing that some employees who are forced to take time off actually had great anxiety behind it because they're so plugged in at work. They're afraid of losing their jobs or being found out they're not needed. So they kind of stay plugged in. Whereas you're on vacation and the first thing you think, let me check into work, let me check into work, let me check into work. Whereas your vacation is supposed to be your vacation. You're supposed to be unplugged. That's your time with your family or time to yourself on your vacation, whatever you're doing on your vacation. And she said employers need to focus in and find out why employees are so afraid to not be plugged in when they're taking time off. So she's basically saying that employers should create a work environment where employees feel comfortable, feel like they have some freedoms as to where to work, how to work, and things like that. And maybe if people are less anxious about their jobs and taking time off, they might be more willing to take that vacation because they may be worried about, if I'm not there, who's going to handle my work? Oh, I have to leave, and I have to leave this coworker with all of my work. They have to handle it. And that bothers some people. I know that bothers me too. I hate to leave and then leave all my work onto a coworker. But those are things like that. Will the work still get done? When I go on vacation and come back, will it be a pile of work waiting for me? So these are things that kind of frighten employees from taking vacation, and they think about, is it even worth me taking a vacation if I'm going to come back where I'm supposed to be getting relaxation, rejuvenation, and I come back to work and I'm stressed out even more than I was before I left. So she had a very good point. I totally agree, because I've been in a situation like that where I come back and in my inbox, it was a huge stack of work there, and I hustled and hustled to get my work done before I left, and my inbox was empty. When I come back, it's piles and piles of work. So now I'm hustling, trying to get that work done and get it done in a timely fashion. So I can really see her point. I can see Jeffrey Oliver's point as well on that. If you don't use it, you lose it. So in my opinion, I think I'm on the side of no, employers should not force employees to take vacation. But the employer should also make an employee feel comfortable about taking vacation if they choose to do so. Now, if it gets to the point where they have all of these hours, I wouldn't say force, but I would encourage. And besides, I personally like a little time off from time to time because I don't want to suffer from burnout. I want to get rejuvenated, but I don't want to go and have a good time on my vacation, relaxing time, and then come back to something I'm stressed out even more. Now I need another vacation. So I guess I'm for it and against at the same time. But people should do what's best for them. Employees should take your vacation. You got it. You earned it. That we're there to work, and we're not on a job we're on a job to earn money, to survive, and support our families and ourselves. But at the same time, we're here on this earth to live. And if you're constantly working, at what point do you just live? So we have to keep in mind of that too, because as much as some of us love our jobs, we also need that time with our families. So that's another topic as well. But take your vacation time. And employers should encourage employees to take time off and make them feel comfortable with taking the time off. Letting them know that it's okay. Take your time off. We'll get things done here. Everything's going to be fine. If you decide to take a vacation, take those kids to the beach. So thank you so much for watching. That's it for me today. And remember to like this video and also subscribe so you can catch all the updated videos as well. Again, I am Kalandra Thomas with Beyond Business Consulting and Solutions. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.